So I had this response all ready for Jericho Movie, uh, trying to trying to further explain my position and shoot down some of his points, but then I deleted it before I had a chance to upload it because I decided it wasn't worth it. Um, and it saddens me to say that because I always admired the humility that Jericho Movie seemed to have in a lot of his videos uh, about the limits of his own knowledge, his expertise, about acknowledging that he could be wrong about things, that others might have different points of view. Um, but I've found that in his latest few videos, he seems to have gotten more and more cocky and arrogant, and and I think it that appears to me as a sort of defense mechanism. He talks about how he thinks that his ideas are putting my ideas, the ideas of others, in jeopardy. Where that he's some danger to our senses of identity. And I wonder if he looks in the mirror when he says that, because I think I think subconsciously he's sort of confessing some of his own faults. Um, but anyway, this I don't want to make this video about him. What I want to get at is that what I admired in Jericho Movie in the past, and what I think is essential for good debate, is humility, is realizing the limitations of your own expertise, of your own knowledge, and there's a certain I, I, I find the terms open-minded and closed-minded get thrown around a lot, and I know that people tend to use the words closed-minded for anyone who disagrees with them, and open-minded for anyone who agrees with them. And I certainly don't want to fall into that trap. But I found among certain intellectuals there's certain softening of the self that comes into open-mindedness. There's a sense of openness and vulnerability and I find that's really what I look for in when I debate someone. And so that's why I thought I could engage in civil debate with Jericho Movie, but he seems to have closed himself off to that. And so that's why I don't debate fundamentalists, and also why I don't debate some of the more rabid atheists. It's why I unsubscribed to The Amazing Atheists, and yeah, I'm certainly open to discussion with atheists who can uh, stand in that sort of vulnerable place and and discuss things from a place of humility. But I've encountered a lot of them that are just interested in calling other people irrational and shooting down their ideas and things. So, and I know that there's some philosophies like that of Ayn Rand, where humility is shot down and seen as anathema, that is basically weakness, or that you're or that it's sort of denying your own that which is great about you. And I don't think that's it. I don't think humility is the opposite of pride per se. I think one can be proud and have a great deal of self-confidence and be humble. And in fact, I think humility requires that you have a certain confidence in yourself. And that's why I would contrast humility with, I guess, meekness. Being sort of, nervous and unsure, that's not humility. In fact, I think that's the place from which arrogance often originates. I think arrogance is actually a sign of insecurity. That humility, true humility, is um, is what is at the root of thinking, and that when you sort of go to this place of certainty and um, in machismo and arrogance, that you're really, it's really kind of an egoic defense mechanism for for your self identity. The very thing that the Jericho movie thinks that it seems to think that he is challenging the rest of us on. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. I Jericho movie. If you see this, I apologize if it sounds like I'm being too hard on you. Uh, I just think that we need to be a little more civil and a little more humble towards one another. Peace.